This week, I'm going to lead you through a twisting flow, focusing on mobilizing the spine, the shoulders, and the hip area. Let's get started. For this practice, you might want to have a block so you can use it under your hands if needed. And then in the end, there's going to be an optional supported backbend. So if you have a bolster or some cushions, some pillows you can have for that supported backbend in the end, you can have those props ready as well. And then we're going to start in a seat. And this could be any kind of an easy seat, maybe a cross-legged seat, or you might also sit in a butterfly pose if that feels more natural to you. And just give yourself a moment, give yourself a few breaths to arrive onto the mat. You could bring your hands resting on your knees or on your lap and take a few slightly slower breaths in and out. With the exhalations, let your shoulders drop down. And just looking for that ease in your breath. Also, as we go through our twisting flow, there might be poses where it's more challenging to breathe. You don't need to take full deep breaths all the time. Just focus on ease of breathing as we go through the practice today. And notice where it's natural, where it's easy for you to breathe in, and where it's maybe natural for you to breathe out. I'll suggest some breath patterns, but it might be that you find the opposite breath patterns natural today, and that's all good. As long as we keep breathing, we're all good. And then if you still need to adjust your seat, feel free to do that. We'll slowly start to move. And we're going to start with some circling movement for the chest, for the spine. So bring hands onto your knees, and then as you breathe in, start to open your chest forward. And as you breathe out, round your back and circle the chest to the other side. And we continue with this pattern. So as you breathe out, round your back. As you breathe in, open your chest. But continue circling your chest. And you might also find yourself circling your weight from one buttock to the other. So starting to find some movement in the hips, in the pelvic area as well. And like I said, if my breath pattern doesn't feel good for you, feel free to reverse the breath. And from an easy place, try to change the direction of those circles. So continue circling the chest, rocking the weight from one buttock to the other. And allow your neck, allow your head to move as well. So finding a full body circling motion, inviting movement into the spine, into your hips. You might feel this around the shoulders as well. Let's do another circle or two. And then slowly bring yourself back to center. Now we're going to release the hands and then bring legs into a deer shape. So now we're going to open the right hip and then close the left hip. So you're sitting more on the right hip and we're slowly twisting out to the right. Now you could bring your left hand on the right knee, maybe right hand or just a fingertip somewhere behind you, and then open the chest. And as you exhale, just gently twist out to the right. See how that first bigger twist feels. You might even look over the right shoulder. Take another breath in and out there. And then slowly release the twist. We'll change legs to the other side. So now opening, rotating the left hip open, closing the right hip behind you. So we're sitting in that deer pose on the other side. You could now bring right hand on the left knee, left hand or just the fingertips on the mat behind you. Again, inhale, gently open the chest. And exhale, twisting to the left. Don't push, don't pull with the arms. They are there just to support. Take another breath in and out. Just see how that twist feels. And then as you exhale, release the twist. And now come back to center. And we're going to play with this movement from side to side a few times. You have an option to keep your hands off the mat, a bit more extra challenge, or you could bring hands behind you so you are gently leaning onto your hands. We're going to twist to the right, so going back to that deer shape. And if you want, don't hold the floor or don't put your hands on the floor. And then twisting to the left. So a bit of a challenge for the core as well. So if you don't have your hands on the mat, you can move your arms freely. We're going to go a few times from side to side. So we're back on the right side. Let's go back to the left. Just playing with that movement. See how your hips feel. Waking up the core a little bit as well. Again, we're back on the right. Let's go back to the left. And then we're going to go one more time to right and left. Just make sure you go to both sides the same amount of time. And then we'll meet on the left side. Once you're ready, come back on to the left. And then we're going to bring hands on the mat and lift ourselves onto all fours, onto hands and knees. Make sure you have a little bit space on both sides. And we're going to continue moving with thread the needle. Now we're going to leave right hand on the mat first. And as you inhale, reach left arm up, twisting out to the left. As you exhale, slide that left arm under the right. You can bring your left shoulder, your head on the mat. Opening chest to the right. Again, press down through the right hand. And as you inhale, reach left arm back up, twisting to the left. As you exhale, we go back down again. Again, back to that thread the needle, sliding the left arm, the shoulder on the mat. You could lean your head down as well, twisting to the right. And then as you inhale, again, press down through the right hand, twist to the left, reach left arm up. One more time to this side. With your exhalation, sliding the left arm under the right, twisting to the right. You could even look up. And then right hand on the mat. Inhale one more time, reach left arm up. And now as you exhale, bring your left hand down, back onto all fours, and you could rock a bit from side to side, from one knee to the other, from one hand to the other. And then we're going to do same to the other side. So now leave your left hand down. As you inhale, reach right arm up. You can even look up to that right hand. And exhale, thread the right arm under the left. You can lean the shoulder down, twisting out to the left. And then left hand on the mat. Inhale again, reach right arm up, twisting out to the right. And exhale again, diving down, reaching that right arm under the left arm. Opening the chest. One more time. Press down through the left hand, reaching up through the right. So still pressing down through the left here. And then one more time, sliding that right arm under the left arm, twisting to the left, opening the chest. And then inhale, reach up through the right arm, open chest to the right. And then we'll bring both hands on the mat. Again, you could rock the weight a bit from side to side. And then from here, we're going to step the left foot forward, close to hands. And now we're going to tuck the right foot toes under and lift the right knee off the mat. You can still adjust your feet. And this is where you could bring a block under the right hand. We're going to do a few circles with the left arm. So free your left arm, and as you inhale, circle the left arm up, twisting again to the left. Exhale, circle the arm down. Same again. Inhaling, twisting to the left. Left arm circling up. Exhaling, circle the arm down. 2 more rounds. Let your neck move. You can follow the hand with your gaze. 1 more time. Inhaling, twisting to the left. And then exhale, bring both hands down. And now bring both hands on the mat, on the inside of that left foot. We're going to bring the right knee down and then turn your right shin kind of across the mat and rotate your right hip open. And we're going to leave left hand somewhere on the inside of the left foot. And we're kind of maybe leaning the pelvis tiny bit more towards that left foot. Just starting to open a bit more around the hips, around the pelvic area. And now, if this feels like it's enough here, to stay here, or we could add some twisting movement. Bring right hand next to the left hand. And then as you inhale, reach right arm up. Open chest to the right. As you exhale, now reach your right hand, right arm under your left arm and also under the left leg. And then as you inhale, come back. Again, opening the chest, reaching right arm up. And exhale. Again, the right arm goes under the left arm, goes under the left leg. You can look over to the left. 1 more time, inhaling, reaching the right arm up. Opening the chest. And exhale. Once more, the right arm goes under the left leg. As you inhale, reach the right arm up. And then bring both hands onto the mat. Bring yourself onto all fours. And then we'll lift into a brief downward dog. So tuck the toes under, lift your pelvis up. And then you could pedal the feet a bit. Walk from one side to the other. Maybe shake the head. And then we're going to do both of these poses and movements to the other side, starting from that runner's lunge. So now from downward dog, step your right foot forward. Close the hands, leave left knee off the mat. And if you want, you can bring a block under the left hand. And we're going to move the right arm. So as you inhale, now circle your right arm up, twisting out to the right. And exhale, circle the right arm down. Inhaling and circling up through the right arm, twisting to the right. Exhaling down. 2 more times. Inhaling out to the right. And exhaling, circling down. Let's do 1 more circle. Breathing and following your own breath. And then exhale, bring both hands on the mat on the inside of your right foot. Bring your left knee down and then rotate your left hip open so your left shin is kind of going across the mat. And we're gonna leave the right hand on the inside of the right foot. Again, you can stay here, maybe just staying here with your left hand next to the right hand and focusing on what's happening in the hips, what's happening in the pelvic area. Or if you want to add that twisting movement, inhale and reach your left arm up. So you're opening chest to the left. And then exhale, reach your left arm, left hand under the right arm, under the right leg. And again, inhale, reaching left arm up, opening the chest, maybe even looking up to the left hand. And exhale, reaching left hand and arm under the right leg. 1 more time, inhaling up, opening through the chest. And exhale, sliding, reaching that left arm under the right leg. Last time, inhale, reach the left arm up. And then bring both hands to the mat. Again, bring yourself onto all fours, onto hands and knees. And we'll go back into a brief downward dog. Just lifting the pelvis up. Take a few steps. You can shake the head. You can bend and straighten the legs. And then we're going to go into a higher lunge. And we're going to step the left foot forward. So bring your left foot to your hands. Again, keeping the right knee off the mat. But this time, as you inhale, lift yourself all the way up. Reach your back, reach your arms up. And you can still adjust your legs so you find a steady high lunge where you feel you could stand a few breaths as we very surprisingly going to move, twist through the upper body. So as you inhale, lengthen up, press your feet down. Exhale, twist out to the left. Reach your right arm towards the top of the mat, left arm towards the back of the mat. And then inhale, lift up again. Now as you exhale, twist out to the right. Right arm going more behind you, left arm reaching in front of you. Same again. Inhale, reaching up. We're also challenging the balance. Exhale, twist to the left. Maybe looking out to the side. One more time. Inhaling, reaching up. And exhale, turn chest to the right. Opening the arms. And then inhale, lift your arms up. And now as you exhale, bring hands down. Step your both feet forward to your hands. And for a moment, round your back. Let your head drop down. You can swing a bit from side to side. And then we're going to do the same to the other side. And now we're going to leave the right foot at the front and slide, step your left leg far back. Then finding that lunge, left knee stays off the mat. Inhale, lift your back, reach your arms up. You can still adjust your feet if needed. Feel the weight is on both legs, not only on the right leg, but at the center. And from there, inhale, lift back up. And as you exhale, twist to the right. So first twisting towards that front leg. And then inhale, lift back up to center. And as you exhale, twist out to the left. You might turn your head as well, challenging balance even more. Inhaling up to center. Exhaling, twist to the right. And one more time, inhaling, lifting up to center. Exhale, twist to the left. And inhale, come up to center. And then exhale again. Lean your hands down, tilt your back down. Step both feet forward and round your back into that full forward bend. You can bend your knees as much as you like. Maybe swing a bit, upper body from side to side. You could release the arms, you could hold the elbows. Release the neck. Take another breath here, in and out. And then we're going to slowly start rolling up. Now press down through the feet. Inhale, exhale. Slowly roll the back up, lifting up through the belly, lifting up through the chest. And just roll the shoulders. Take a couple of breaths in and out. And then we're going to try a slightly bigger balancing pose. For this, maybe come somewhere in the middle center of your mat. So you have some space in front of you, have some space behind you. And we're going to stand on the left foot first. So now shift weight onto your left foot and slowly finding your balance. Lift the right knee up towards the belly, towards the chest. And then you have options. You can either stay here, or with your left hand hold the right knee, or you can reach left hand to the outside of your right foot, still lifting your back up. Check your balance. And then if your right arm is free, now inhale, open your chest out to the right, reaching right arm behind you. And then if you feel that there's space, start to kick the right foot away from the right arm, so in opposite directions. We don't need to fully straighten the right leg, just finding your balance, your twist. And then breathe. Feeling that long line from your left foot through the left leg all the way up to the crown of the head. Take one more breath in and out. And then as you exhale, just slowly start to release your twist. Bending the right leg, bringing the right arm back. You can hold the right knee. And exhale, release your both feet down. Just take a couple of steps from one foot to the other. You can roll the shoulders. And then we'll do same to the other side. Maybe I'll turn the other way so it's easier for you to see what's happening. So now we're standing on the right foot. We're going to slowly lift the left knee up towards the chest, towards the belly. And maybe first hold the knee with both hands so you find your balance. Check that you're breathing. Then, if you want, you can stay here, or you could just hold the left knee with your right hand, or reach for the outside of your left foot with your right hand, still trying to lift your back up. And then if the left arm is free, reach the left arm behind you, start to twist to the left. And then the last option, if you're holding your foot, you can start to extend the left leg away from the left arm. And just finding your edge. Again, we don't need to fully straighten that lifted leg, but it's just the idea of the left hand and the left foot reaching away from each other, twisting the spine around its axis. Take another breath in and out, grounding down through the right foot. And then as you exhale, start to slowly release your twist, bending the left knee. You bring both hands around the left knee. And exhale, release your feet down. And you can just move the feet, roll the shoulders. And then we'll turn towards the top of the mat. You don't need to come stand at the top of the mat, just somewhere where you feel you could take a few breaths in your mountain pose. And then with your next in-breath, lengthen arms up, reaching up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bend down into a full forward bend. And take another breath here, in and out. And then we're going to walk into a downward dog. This will be our last downward dog. So you could pedal your feet, especially after that balancing pose, if you feel that you need to move your feet, move your calves. And then we're going to slowly start to make our way down towards the mat. So from downward dog, bring your both knees down onto the mat. And then walk your knees to your right side. So you come sitting on your left hip. Then come lie down on the left side. Still leave your knees there on the side of the mat. And as you inhale, open your chest up towards the ceiling into a reclining twist. You bring your left hand on the right knee or thigh if That helps your hips. Head can turn to one side or the other. If you feel that it would be better to do a one-legged twist, you can extend your left leg away from the head. That might give more space for the right knee to go towards the mat if you feel that that's what your twist needs today. The right shoulder might be slightly off the mat. That's very fine. Take another breath in and out in your twist. And then from this twist, we're going to slowly roll down onto the back. And you might, as you roll onto your back, you might slide off the mat. That's very fine. You can then kind of wiggle your way back in onto the mat. Bring knees towards the chest, towards the belly. And then we're going to go into that reclining twist on the other side. So in your own time, now bring both legs to your right side to begin with. And then open your chest up towards the ceiling. You could open that left arm away from the legs, maybe right hand on the knees, thighs, if that helps. And this side could be very different, so let yourself adjust. And of course, you have the same option here as well. If you want to extend the right leg, so the lower leg away from the head, that might make your twist different. And you don't need to get your left knee and shoulder on the mat. They might be happily off the mat, or maybe one is on the mat, the other isn't. See how you feel along the back. We've done a lot of twisting. So if you now start to feel that it's getting too much for the back and you want to find a more gentle twist here, don't push yourself. Just find what feels good in your body now. Take another breath in and out. And then slowly, again, we're going to release the twist by rolling onto the back. Once more, bring knees in towards the chest, towards the belly. And you could stay here, or if you want, you could now cross your ankles. It doesn't matter which one is on top. I have my right ankle on top of the left, and then reach left hand for the right foot, right hand for the left foot. So you're holding the opposite foot. And with that gentle crossing, you could hug the knees in. You could rock from side to side. And then with the next breath, change the crossing. So bring the other ankle on top. But you can reach for the opposite foot, opposite ankle. And this side might feel different. And you can hug the knees in. You could rock from side to side. And then slowly release the crossing. Bring your legs to center. And now if you have a bolster, you could bring yourself up into a seat and then come into that supported but supported back bend. Or if you don't have any props to bring under your back, just stay on the mat, open legs into a reclining butterfly. But if you have a prop there that you could use under your back, then bring it behind you so your pelvis still stays on the mat. So it's not a bridge, it's a supported back bend, and then we could lean back onto that support. So that could be a pillow, could be cushion, could be bolster, and then we'll open legs into that supported reclining butterfly. Of course, if you feel that the butterfly shape doesn't work for you now, you could leave your feet on the mat. You could extend the legs as well. But this butterfly we can do with or without the bolster. If you want, you bring arms overhead or open them out to the sides. And then just give yourself a moment. We'll spend 5 to 10 breaths here. Allowing inner thighs to soften. If you start to feel any pain in the hips, knees, then adjust the pose in your legs. If there's any pain in the shoulders, then let yourself adjust your arms. If you have arms in an open place, you could, for the next few breaths, cross them around your chest. Give yourself a hug. And take a few more breaths in and out. And then slowly, from a butterfly shape, start to release the legs. You could extend your legs onto the mat. If you are hugging yourself, you could release the arms. And now if you have a pillow, if you have a bolster under your back, you can choose to leave it there. If you'd rather spend a couple of minutes still on the bolster, you can keep the bolster there under your back. Or just roll onto your side, move the bolster away and bring yourself down onto the mat into your Shavasana pose. So find your own final resting pose where you feel you could give yourself a few more breaths. Just check in with your spine. Check in with your shoulders, with your hips. Notice your breath. Let your breath relax. Give yourself another 5 to 10 breaths. At least another 5 to 10 breaths in your resting pose. If there's any tension in the neck, you could rock your head from side to side. You could open and close the mouth, releasing the jaw. So checking that we're not biting teeth together. And then slowly with your next few breaths, bend your knees, step your feet on the mat, and a few times swing your legs from side to side, a few windshield wipers. Just see how you feel around the hips, in your back. And then after those windshield wipers, you can choose to go back into your Shavasana pose and continue that resting pose. Or if you feel that it's time to close your practice, then roll onto one side and bring yourself up into a seat, to your own final seat. But like I said, you can continue that Shavasana pose as well, if you feel that that's what you need now. If you have time, then take a longer Shavasana pose. But when you are at the end of your practice, give yourself a moment to close the practice. Give yourself a moment to thank yourself. If it's a part of your practice, you can bring your palms together in front of the chest. And as always, thank yourself for bringing yourself into your body, into your practice, onto your mat today. And I thank you all very much for joining in, for sharing all those twists and sharing the practice. Namaste. Thank you.